What's up, everybody? It's nice to see you again in this video. I appreciate everybody that subscribed to my channel. I last uploaded on my channel when I was in around like 1k, but right now we are in 2k, so kudos to everybody that subscribed. In case you are new to the channel, give a thumbs up to this video and also subscribe. Now in this video, I'm going to be showing you how we can enumerate our SSH service in our Kali Linux. So here we are going to be using our Nmap and also Msfconsole. So if we come here, I do have my Metasploitable tool on my Kali VirtualBox. In case you do not have this machine, I'll be leaving the link in the description, which will show you how you can go on and deploy this so that you are ready to go on and test your service. So again, here on the screen, I went on and scanned the IP address of that machine, and it is this last one, 192.168.95.225. Now I made the network of this virtual machine to be a bridged network whereby its IP address is assigned by the router. So to come here, I'm going to go on and open up another tab in my terminal. Let us go on and scan our SSH using Nmap. Since we are working with SSH, which is commonly known that it is playing around with port 22, we can use Nmap to go on and scan that specific port. So if I go on and say Nmap-P22, that is the port that we're trying to listen to, and with a -S, that is for a service version, and with a -SC, that will use all scripts present to our Nmap, and you provide the IP address to your machine. So if we press enter, this will be a bit faster since everything is running locally on my machine. But if this machine is hosted somewhere over the internet, it will be a little bit slower. So here we shall be able to know the version. So when you try to see the information that was returned back, again our port 22 is active. But if we come here to our version, you see that we have OpenSSH 4.7. So in case you are trying to see if the service is vulnerable, you can go on and use search exploit and see if there is any exploit publicly made available that you could use to get access to this machine. So again, if we come here, you see that we have our SSH host key. Now here, since we use a -SC, Nmap used a couple of scripts on our service, but of course we can go on and filter out and be specific maybe to any script that we want to use. So perhaps I can go on and say Nmap, let us go on and provide this, and I'm going to just go on and remove this -C, and we can provide a -- script, and here we can use this SSH to -enum -algos. So here it will be able to provide us with the algorithm with our SSH. Again, it will be a little bit faster. We shall see what trick is taking place behind. So we have other scripts that we could use to our disposal. Now when you try to see, these are the different algorithms used by our SSH. Again, since we used a -v, that is for a service version, you see the version, and we have different algorithm that was returned back. Remember, with enumeration, it's all about finding more information about your target. So here we can go on, perhaps we can find our host key. This is where we can use a script of SSH host key. So all we have to do, I'm going to use the previous command, but here I'm going to just say SSH. Here we are going to go on and provide our dash, and I want you to just type host key. So if we press enter on this script for host keys, then that is going to be used. Perhaps we shall see any keys if they are available to this machine. Now if we are done with our Nmap, we are going to go on and also enumerate more information with our SSH. Now if you try to see here, the keys were returned back, which is similar to the first command that was executed using a -s and a capital C. We were able to see the keys present on our machine that we are trying to work for. So now let us go on and enumerate our SSH using Msfconsole. And if we come here, I already opened up my Msfconsole on my machine since it takes some time to open up. So here, this is what we are going to do. I want you to just go on and say search, provide a type. I want you to provide your colons, and here we are going to provide, we are searching for the auxiliary scanner. So I'm going to just copy that and paste it here to save time. And here I want you to just provide a name, provide your colons, and we are trying to search for a auxiliary scanner with our SSH. So if I press enter, you see that they have only filtered out the auxiliary scanners with SSH. So when you try to see here, we have this SSH login, we have the enum users, and we also have this version. In case you want to use one of these, either we can use the index, that is the number that is placed in front of these words, and here in this case it is 15, or we can just copy this and paste it down. So I can just go on and say use and provide the number that I want to use, and that is 15. So if I press enter, you see that our auxiliary scanner SSH version, it is in use. So in case you want to know more information about this program, you can just go on and type info. You'll be able to read about it. So this is what we are going to be setting. We need to go on and set our R host and also the R port. But primarily, since SSH is running on port 22, you see that our port is already set. But just in case if yours changes the port, you can just go on and change this. So let us just go on and change our R host, and we execute that. To do that, I want you to just say set and provide your R host, but instead of saying set, let us just say set G, whereby this is going to be a global variable. In any place where we shall be asked to provide our R host, it will be set automatically. We are only setting it once. So this is where I'm going to say our R host and provide the IP address to our machine. That was 192.168.95.227. So if we press enter, now in case you want to see the information that you've set, I want you to just go on and type options, or I want you to just type show options. So if we execute that, you see that this is the information that we have set. So I'm going to just go on and type run, press enter. Again, you see the information that was returned here. So we see we have our RSA key. We do have the version. Again, here we have SSH 2.0 and open SSH 4.7. Again, we can go on and search this if it is vulnerable. You see that here we see more information. This is a Debian based OS. To be specific, it is Ubuntu. So you see that here we've enumerated more information using our Metasploitable or our Msfconsole. So if we come back up here, we also had other programs that we could use. We see here we have enum users, and we also have this one, which is SSH login. So let me just go on and copy this. But again, before we move down, you see that here we also have this pub key in case we are trying to find the keys that we saw a bit earlier. So I'm going to just say use and paste this. Let me clear my terminal. This is what you'll be typing. So here with our SSH login, we are going to brute force this. Again, let's go on and type info and see how we can use this. So with the description, they tell us that this module will test the SSH login on a range of machines. You can just go on and continue. So if we come here, you see that here we have the user underscore file, whereby they tell us that this file contains the usernames, one per line. So again, we also have here our pass file, which is still the same passwords, one per line, but of course you can go on and set your password in case you know it, or the username. But here we also have this user pass underscore file, whereby this contains the users and passwords separated by a space. So it depends to the dictionary that you have, and you can just go on and choose which command that you can use on this. But I want you to take note on our rhost. Since we did set G earlier, you see that our IP has been set automatically. So let's go on and set everything here. I'm going to go on and set my, firstly let me go on and turn on the verbosity. Let me just copy that and let's turn it to true. So here is on false. With our verbosity turned to true, we shall be able to see all the passwords as they are being tested. So again, I'm going to just go on and set my user underscore pass, which is that one, to the dictionary that we are going to use. Now, before recording this video, I created a simple dictionary having a couple of passwords, because this is just a weaker machine. Metasploitable tool, its username and password is msfadmin. But here, since we're trying to do a brute force, I created a simple dictionary that we could use, and it is present on our desktop. So I'm going to just move to my desktop and get my users.txt. So if I press enter, let's go on and set our pass underscore file, and again we have a dictionary that we could use, which is present on our desktop, and it is passwords.txt. So if we press enter, now we also have stop on success. We can go on and turn this to true. We want that the moment we find the username and password, the system should stop right away. So I'm going to just go on and say set stop on success, and let's turn it to true. And in case you want to see the information that you've set, you know what to do. That is to just go on and type options. You'll be able to see the information that you have set with your tool. And all we can do is to just go on and say run. We shall see the action of the magic taking place. Now when you try to see here, all the passwords and usernames are being tested. Now here we are going to give it some time, and we shall come back when the password is done. Remember, the speed of your brute forcing technique here will be determined by your machine, if your GPU is good, and again if your dictionary, if it is bigger, it will take some good time. So let's give it some time and come back when our brute force is done. So now when you try to see our password was successfully attained, here we do have our MSF admin and also MSF admin as the password, and it is successful. So here we've managed to get our username and password. All you need to do is to proceed and log in to our SSH. So I'm going to just go on and divide my terminal. Here all you have to do is to say SSH and provide your username, that will be MSF admin, and provide your IP address to the machine, that will be 192.168.95.2227. So again here we do have a problem. Here they say that it's unable to key, though we already have a key. I can come back here, make sure my machine is on. Yeah, our machine is up. We can come back and we test. Perhaps I can just go on and add on a sudo. My password is wrong. Again, we only have this problem, but I'm going to stop the video right here, though we found our password. Now I'll be recording another video on how we can exploit a vulnerable service. If it is the SSH, we shall use multiple tools. Again, our Msfconsole will be in play, and other tools that I'll demonstrate in the video. Once again, give a thumbs up to this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.